You still playing Fortnite? I play Fortnite all the time. I'm obsessed with it. I really want to start streaming. I think it would be a lot of fun. And I've seen people stream games like that somehow to their TikTok live, which I think would be a good time as well. But I also am interested in, starting to do stuff on Twitch. I just don't know how to set it all up. This has been a long time coming. I've been talking about it for a year. I do have a Twitch account though. I believe it's linked. Oh, maybe not. I think I have just my YouTube link in my bio. But if you can find my Linktree link, I do have my Twitch signed up there. You can stream games on TikTok. I've seen people doing it. I think there's some sort of workaround to getting it on there. What would you do in the last hour live? Oh my gosh, what an awful Cola. Thank you so much for the gaming chair. I've never seen that one. And Damien, thanks for the hand hearts. I don't know what I would do if I had 1 hour to live. I honestly don't. I think maybe I would refilm Winding and Grinding one last time as a goodbye letter. I don't know, like an hour is too short, Brandon, thanks for the fire. It would probably take me more than an hour to film that video. I have something. Do you still use your bougie toaster? I do. I love my toaster. My friend Chip Girl gave it to me, and it is fantastic. It's so fancy. It has a touchscreen on it, and I eat toast very often because of it. And it's fantastic. It toasts it just right. Am I the jealous type? I'm not proud to admit it, but I am definitely the jealous type. Definitely. It might be my biggest flaw. Not my biggest, but it's one of my biggest flaws. I don't know what my biggest flaw is, but there's got to be something worse than being jealous. But I am a jealous person. In fact, if you looked through my Google search history, you would see how to be less jealous. Are you guys tricking me? People are saying that the mic... Oh my gosh. How is the volume now? Does it sound okay? Are people just messing with me? I feel like people are just messing with me, and that is so rude. Alright, they were just messing with me. How dare you? How dare you? Do you want me to roast you like I roasted my little sister? Because I will. And you won't be happy. I'll see a tear will fall down. It'll be so brutal. We can hear you, but the mic did change. That's so weird, because I didn't move the phone until just a second ago, How dare you mess with him? Yeah, you tell him, Chloe. I really don't know what to even believe at this point. What's one thing you couldn't live without? I want to think of a creative answer. I don't just want to say my phone or something like that, even though that is one thing I could not live without. But I think I'm going to say the one thing I couldn't live without is GPS and navigation. I think that, and while I say that, let me tell you that I'm very good with, if I've driven somewhere once, I most likely can drive there again. I pay very close attention to where I'm going. I pay very close attention to what turns I take and everything around me. But if I've never been somewhere, there is absolutely no way. Brandon, thank you so much for the crown. There's absolutely no way that I would have any idea how to get there. So I think that that's my thing. Photographic memory? No, I have had the worst memory lately, and I don't know why that is, because I used to feel like I had a great memory, and lately I have not been able to do anything at all. I'm going to join my live from this phone to see if the audio is messed up. So hold on. Shoot, I can't join it from my own account. And I'm not signed into my other accounts from here. Ah, no, what do I do? Jeez, you guys are really going in on me, telling me to fix all these things about me. Someone really said, fix your lashes. I don't know how to do that. What do you mean? You literally make me so happy. Thank you. You make me so happy. Okay, listen. Just for you guys, so you stop with your talking. I'm going to switch how I have my phone set up. I'm going to do this. I don't know how it sounds now, but it is what it is at this point. Watch, there will be an actual person in your apartment, and you're not going to believe us. That they're saying that because people are always saying, "Oh, there's someone scary behind you," and I'm always like, "Huh," you know. But yeah. All right, that's enough talking about my microphone. I don't need to hear about it anymore. Whatever it sounds like is what it sounds like at this point. You should dye your eyebrows red. That is the worst idea you've ever come up with. Rate my profile picture from 1 to 10. Their profile picture is literally a screenshot of me dressed up as Willy Wonka on all fours on the ground from behind. And I would rate it a 10 out of 10. Your teeth are amazing. Thank you. I appreciate that. Would you rather have no phone for a day or no food for a day? I mean, I could definitely go with no phone for a day. That would be so easy for me. I mean, would it switch up my day to day? Yes. But I could go with no phone for a month. Easy. Like if I really had to, it would be bad because I wouldn't be able to obviously do my job and I wouldn't be able to make videos and stuff like that. But it's not like if I didn't have my phone, I would have a breakdown, you know? Chloe, thank you for the hand wave. It's so peaceful without a phone. It is in certain scenarios. I've gone on a few vacations in the past where we go somewhere where there's just absolutely no service. So there's really no point to having your phone. The place I'm thinking of in particular is called Lake Powell. And it's like some of it's in Utah and some of it's in Arizona. But basically you go and you live on a houseboat with a bunch of people. So you're literally just like on this weird boat thing. And there's no service. And so when I would go there, I literally would just put my phone in my suitcase and leave it there because there was no point in having it out unless I wanted to like take a picture or something. But it also was so unbelievably hot there. It was so warm that if your phone was left out on like a counter or something, it would start overheating and it would get that temperature warning on it. But the way those boats are set up, it's really fun. Like the whole downstairs of the boat is indoor and it has like a kitchen and probably 3 or 4 bedrooms, at least the one that I went on. 3 or 4 bedroom things. And when I say bedroom, that only consists of, you know, a bed. That is what's in there. And the bed is touching both walls, like very small. One of them is like down underneath the boat, kind of. Like it's very strange. And 1 bathroom, which is a tiny shower and a toilet. And that's the whole thing on that bottom floor. And then the upper floor is exposed to the air and it just has like, you know, couches on it and a little kitchen type area that's more of like a bar. It just has, you know, some bar stools and like a fridge, but it doesn't have a stove or anything up there. And just like a table, you know. And when you go on these trips, it's really fun because obviously you can pack a lot of people onto the boat, but you only have a certain amount of bedrooms. So we would always go with like 4 families or something, and all of the parents would each get a room, but then all of the kids or teenagers or whatever would just all sleep up on the top deck on like air mattresses and, you know, things like that. So it was a lot of fun. It was so fun. What's my biggest fear? Spiders. Dying alone. Also that. I need to go there. It sounds so great. It really is. It really is great. It's a lot of fun. And it's so beautiful. I mean, it's hot. It's like 120 degrees, so you're always wanting to get into the water. And it's surrounded by like red rock. Oh my gosh, but that's the thing. There's only the like one toilet on board, right? Yet there's 15 of us on the boat. And so stupid. Of course, I think it's stupid. They make a rule that only the girls can go number 2 on the houseboat, or else there's too much of it where it'll start like overflowing. Like the tank or whatever is only big enough to hold so much. So the boys have to literally climb up the mountain because we like dock. You have to climb up on this weird, like wherever we're docked, and do your business. It's horrible. I think that is one of the reasons why I stopped going. And also, like, you're on this giant boat and you have to put your anchors in, you know, to the land, and you have to dig these ginormous holes to put your anchors in, because if they come out, your entire boat is gonna, you know, obviously unlatch from the ground and go floating out and probably hit into walls, and then you're doomed, right? So, and of course, only the boys need to shovel. I'm not very good at shoveling. And so I'm out there sweating bullets trying to shovel these holes, and I suck at it. And it's honestly the worst. It's 100% why I stopped going. And not to mention, when we leave, you have to undig the holes. Oh my gosh, it's horrible. It is horrible. And so, you know, that's the perfect time for me to pretend that I'm feeling sick, or for me to pretend like I have to go number 2. And so I need to like climb way up into the mountains and go. But still, that wouldn't take long enough. I mean, this process of digging holes is like 2 hours long. It's awful. It is awful. Sounds like the girls made all the rules. I think so, and I think it wasn't very fair, because I know for a fact that some of these girls would be better at digging these holes than I would. I think that whoever would be the best at digging the holes needs to do that. I'll go up in the mountains and go to the bathroom all day long if I don't have to dig the holes. How about that? The people that dig the holes can go to the bathroom on the boat, and the people that don't dig the holes have to climb up. Boom. That is perfect. I just came up with that, and it is perfect. Do you agree? I think that's one of the best ideas I've ever had. That was great. Are you afraid of clowns? Yes, to an extent, but not to the extent that other people are. Like when I go to a haunted house and there's a clown section, it's not like that's one of the scariest places for me to be. And I used to think that the most scary things in haunted houses were the chainsaws. And, you know, I've grown up. I don't think that the chainsaws are that scary anymore, because I know they're not going to rip my leg off. And I've learned that if you don't run from the chainsaw, he's not going to chase after you. He's going to be like, this guy's boring. He's not scared of my chainsaw. I'll move on to the next people. Someone said they don't like haunted houses, period. I'm a person who loves haunted houses. I mean, I love them. But I get so scared in them, and I scream. In fact, this is a perfect time for me to tell you a story about when I went to Universal Studios this last Halloween season. I went with one of my friends, and my sister and her husband were in town. And, I mean, my sister and her husband are just stone cold in the haunted house. Like, they get spooked a little bit, but, like, they're not screaming. And the friend I was with is like, they're not going to get scared either. They're freaking taller than the Eiffel Tower. So, needless to say, I am the one in the group that will be the scaredy cat. Okay? I'm the one. I'm getting chills just thinking about it. We go into the haunted house, And there's like 8 of them at Universal Studios. They're all very short. But I was freaking out because it was just scare, one after the other. And I mean, the very first one we went in was by far the scariest one. I think because I wasn't used to it yet. By the end, I was kind of like, whatever. But the first one, first of all, in the past, when I was, a young lad going to haunted houses in Utah, which Utah has great haunted houses, but I would go with a friend or a group of friends, and whoever was there with me would like link arms with me, and we would go together. Like whoever was next to me, we are linking arms and we are walking in pairs of 2. This group of people did not want to do that. No, they wanted to just send me along up in the front alone, not holding on to anyone. And I think that holding on to someone in a haunted house is what makes it so I don't like lurch towards walls. But there I was, walking alone, right in the front. And, I mean, the scary people are popping out at me. I am screaming. I am hitting into walls. I am running. I am falling on the floor. I am crawling on the floor. I mean, by the end of it, I had probably burned 1,000 calories. It was insane. It was insane. Oh my gosh, Lolly says, I was the employee in the haunted house, and my ex came, so I gladly scared him. He didn't pass the game. I wanted to work in a haunted house when I was a teenager. I really did, because I loved them so much and because I like scaring people. But I never did. I did kind of for a second in a haunted house for a YouTube video. You can check it out if you want. It's on my YouTube channel. But it didn't really work because I was dressed up as Willy Wonka. I wasn't like actually a scary person. And there also was a camera with a bright light like right on me. So they kind of knew it was coming. But yeah. This wasn't at the haunted house you and Cassidy went to, right? No, the story I told was at Universal Studios. And the one with Cassidy was in Utah. Can you say sus? There you go, sus. I saw this one performer, and he reminded me so much of you. That is very interesting. I've never been to one, and I never will. Interesting. Have I seen Texas Chainsaw Massacre? No, I have not seen it. I had my first date at a haunted house. Oh my gosh, that's a perfect first date. Someone said, why don't you have a mask on? Because I'm in my apartment. Do you live in LA? I do. I have I don't know what that phobia is, but I'm so sorry you have that. I used to work at an amusement park with clowns, and I scaled the fence. So there's an amusement park in Utah. It's called Lagoon. It's great. It's a family-owned amusement park, but it has great rides, and it's a lot of fun. And during October, they have something called Frightmares, which is basically just like like there's haunted houses, and they have a few scary people walking around. If you're from Utah, you know what I mean. Well, they have a group of chainsaw people. I forget what they're called. I would just call them like the chainsaw people and whatever. But there's a whole group of them. But I was probably 13 years old, and I would go to Lagoon all the time. I loved it because I love roller coasters. And one of these chainsaw people, I mean, this is back when I used to run from chainsaws. This is when I learned my lesson, I think. I ran away from it. I ran. He chased me halfway across the park, but right at the beginning, I didn't know he was a real guy. I thought that he was a fake guy because he was sitting on this big throne, and I was like, oh, look, that looks like one of the chainsaw people. And then, and that part, him jumping out at me like that scared me so bad. I fell onto the floor and scraped my entire leg and knee on like asphalt, right? So it was pretty bad, and it was bleeding all down my leg. Very intense. Very, very intense. And yet he still chased me all the way across the park. And I think that was very traumatic for me because I don't know how he knew. I mean, how he or she didn't know, because they're behind a mask. They didn't know that I was so hurt. My leg was very, very, very bloody. And yet I got chased all the way across the park. Did you need stitches? No. So I think that I was like, I may be over exaggerating a little bit, but it was very traumatic for me. And that is when I realized you need to just not run. But I mean, it's not like I was running when I fell onto the asphalt. That was from me falling. I mean, I'm guessing I started running and then like my feet were probably going like this, and like a cartoon character probably, and that's when I fell. Everyone's saying asphalt in the asphalt is like road, and no, it's not ASS, it's AS, asphalt. Oh my gosh, you guys want to hear something funny? Shout out to Jess Val if she's in here. I'm sure she's not, but she's a TikTok creator. She's very funny. And she was in town, and I've done a collab with her in the past, and it was so fun. She's so sweet. So I was like, yes, let's go to dinner. Why not? You're in town. It's going to be so fun. And it was. But we went to dinner, and then we went to her friend Amanda's place, which Amanda is so sweet too. I love Amanda. Shout out to you guys if you're in here. I know you're not, but if you are, if you see this, so fun. Anyways, we're playing this game where you like, and it's just the three of us. We are saying who's the most likely to it for all these things. And the prompt was it's not who's the most likely to, it's like who wouldn't be able to spell illiterate, or like who would misspell illiterate. And then we would count down 3, 2, 1. Yes, the voting game. We would count down 3, 2, 1 and say who we thought the answer was. And everyone said me. Well, all two of them. I don't remember who I said. I might have said myself too. But that's not true. I know how to spell illiterate. I'm not going to do it now. But, we went 1, 2, 3, and everyone went Duke. And I was like, okay. I see how you guys think about me. You guys think I can't spell illiterate. Illiterate. Okay? That's the word. And so they say, okay, spell it. Spell it, Duke. So I went I-L-L, and Jess went, you're already wrong. And I said, what? What did you just say to me? But, I'm mapping it up a little bit. It was all in good fun. I said, what did you just say to me? And she said, it's A-L-L. I said, no, it's not. It's I-L-L. Illiterate, not illiterate. The word was illiterate. Someone said, why so sassy? I mean, I'm amping it up. I'm amping it up for the story time. So get this. Everyone's spelling it with an A in the comment section. It's an I, illiterate. Wait, let me look it up. Illiterate. It is with an I. Yes. Yes, it is. And so literally right when everyone had just said that I would be the one that didn't know how to spell it, I started spelling it, and I was spelling it right, and she tried to call me out and say it was A-L-L, and I said, no, honey, no, it is I-L-L. So that was one of my proudest moments. I was proving her wrong, and it felt so great. It felt so great. It felt so, so, so great. You sound like you're about to fight her. I mean, retelling the story, that is what it sounds like, but in real life, it was like we were just going through all of these so quick, and, eventually it was like, oh yeah, illiterate, I-L-L, and she was like, no, it's A-L-L, and I was like, no, it's I-L-L, and then they were like, ha ha ha, because we said it me, and then you said A-L-L. Oh my gosh, I thought there was a bug on my screen. Because, oh my god, someone commented, there's a roach on your wall with a roach emoji, and it was positioned like right in front of my face, and I looked at it and I was like, do I have a bug on me? Or like, is there a booger right here? That was scary. I can't believe that actually like did something. Oh my lord, we love Sassy Duke. Thank you. That is, that's lovely to hear. Material Girl. I was saying that so much a few minutes ago. We love Karen Duke. Am I ever going to do OnlyFans again? I mean, never say never. When I did OnlyFans, I didn't like actually do OnlyFans, like what OnlyFans is meant for. But never say never. You never know what could happen. We love Thirst Trap Duke. All right, calm down now. Calm down. We love... Have you ever thought about getting a pet? I've thought about it. It just doesn't make sense when I live in an apartment. In a house, love it. Bring back the black shirt era. I can bring that back. I can bring that back soon. Guys, I've been on live for quite a while. I think that tells me if I swipe, actually. I've been on live for 89 minutes. That's almost an hour and a half. That's insane. And this is my second live stream of the day. You know what that means? It is time for me to end the live. But before I do, I am going to be live tomorrow at 3 p.m. Everyone has been submitting their deepest, darkest secrets to me on my Instagram story, my DukeDepp _ Instagram story. Everyone's been telling me their deepest, darkest secrets for the last couple hours. I have tons of great answers. And tomorrow at 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, I am going to be reading, some of the best secrets that I can find out on live. I'm going to be roasting them. I'm going to be giving my insight on these secrets. It's going to be a lot of fun. So if you're interested in seeing that, if you go to my bio, underneath all the words, it says like, live tomorrow at 3 p.m. You can go to that and set a reminder. You can go to my Instagram story. First of all, go to my Instagram and follow me. Second of all, type in your deepest, darkest secret. I will share them anonymously, so no one except me will know that it was your secret, and I'll be reading it out tomorrow at 3, okay? Also, I posted some TikToks today if you want to check them out. If you don't know who I am, or you don't follow me, and you happen to be in this live, give me a follow. Would love to have you join the fam. Love hanging out with you guys. You're the best. I hope you enjoyed some of my stories today. I hope you enjoyed me roasting my little sister. Good time.